Just when you thought you knew everything about summarized written text questions, the PTE updated its software. And this changes everything for the PTE aspirants like you. But there is nothing to worry because you are here. I have seen this happen many times in my 10 years of teaching PTE. And every time I was able to beat the PTE AI with my expert techniques. This time was no different. Not just one, successfully tested 3 techniques for summarized written text questions, and I secured a full 90 score with each of these. Hey everyone, welcome back to Edutrainex. I am Anurag, your PTE expert, and I am here to share the latest 3 techniques that I just tested for summarized written text questions with the PTE software, and they are successful, which means I got a 90 in writing with each of these techniques, and also share some secret grammar hints that no one tells you. So if you are one of them who is struggling with your writing scores, let me tell you one thing, that you get 1 to 2 questions in the exam, and every question contributes 8 marks, 2 marks each for form, grammar, content and vocabulary. You simply cannot ignore this task and should follow only 100% working techniques in 2024. But if you want a paid PTE learning experience directly with me, don't feel shy to WhatsApp us. We are always there to help you. Let's straight away jump to the topic now. For this question, you need to write a single sentence summary of a given passage in between 5 and 75 words. So we try to write somewhere between 40 to 60 words in total. I have written 35 word summary and was able to secure a full score. So you don't necessarily have to write close to 70 or 75 words. That's a misconception that many of you believe. And moreover, you should not ignore getting a great score in this question. So better capitalize on it with the 3 latest techniques which I have personally tried and tested on the PTE software in 2024. The first one is the simplest one and guarantees you a full score because there is close to 0 possibility of making grammar mistakes. Remember, you get 2 points for grammar in this question. Spelling is not marked here, so you don't lose any points if you make any spelling mistakes, but that can indirectly affect your content score because if you make spelling mistakes, the PTE AI will not understand those keywords that you have written. All the words are written for you in the passage itself. Just need to type them carefully. That's it. So the high scoring technique for this task is using templates. See the one that my students are currently using and very successfully. In this template, there are 9 places to add keywords and you just need to pick any 9 meaningful words from the passage and just put them here. Avoid adding verbs here because verbs can change the tense of the sentence, past, present, future. Now see this passage. You don't even need to read and understand anything from this text if you are using templates. This technique is that simple. Now I'm going to choose any random 9 keywords from this passage as highlighted on the screen and complete my response. My final response will be this. The text provides information about Arabia, which suggests that sand and sun are essential elements. Furthermore, the distinctive aspects of water, monsoon as well as plants were outlined. However, the importance of rainfall, rivers and ecosystems could not be overemphasized. That's it. A very simple answer with no grammar mistakes, no spelling issues, as I did not choose any verbs. And the word count is 40. Perfect. I have just highlighted some of the verbs in the passage. Just be careful in choosing any verb as keywords. Try to avoid using them. Wasn't that an easy technique to get a full score? It really works like a charm. Now, I want to talk to you about the second approach. If you are not comfortable using templates, I call this one as the copy-paste approach because this is exactly what we are going to do. Within the copy-paste technique, the first approach is type the first sentence as it is. Put a comma, then put a conjunction like and, or, but in the middle, and then type the second sentence. And finally, a full stop. Now, what people don't tell you on their YouTube videos is about how to use proper nouns. But don't worry, I am going to tell you. If any word used is a proper noun, you keep it as capitals. In this example, Praton is a person's name and is a proper noun, which is at the beginning of the third paragraph. So when you add this sentence after the conjunction, you leave the first sentence capital. So our final answer will be something like this. Now this sentence has a word count of 35, which is enough ideally. But if you want to include more words, please feel free to choose any sentence that has a bigger word count. For example, let's pick up the first sentence of the fourth paragraph. Now notice previous here. Is it a proper noun? No, it's not a proper noun. So when we add it after comma and the conjunction, we will make it in small letters. Just be careful about that. So our final response will be like this, as you can see on the screen. The P is small letters. So this answer has a 48 word count and you should be very satisfied with this response. You will definitely get a full score. Just make sure you check the spellings and if there are any grammar mistakes. Again, a very simple 100% working technique. Although I also tested writing my own summary in my own words, that also works, but that approach demands command on the grammar. So I'm not going to discuss that in this video, but I'll share with you another easy approach. My third technique that I tested successfully again is for people who are cautious of important keywords from the passage and want to use them instead of what they copied from the first and the second sentence. Rarely there are any sentences in the passage that don't have any keywords related to the passage. But if you encounter such a situation where you feel that your response does not have enough keywords or good keywords to get your full score in the content area, then you can use this approach. It's the same as our copy-paste technique, but has a slight variation in the end. This copy-paste technique, it is almost the same as the one I discussed before, but there is another step in the end, which is where we replace some random keywords in the response that you have typed with more important keywords from the passage. That's why copy, paste, replace technique. Now, let's say we have the same passage what we saw earlier and our response using the copy paste technique is as shown. If you think monsoon is an important word here, definitely it is an important word because it has been repeated around 3 times in the passage. So you can replace rainfall with monsoon. And if you think ecosystems as a more important keyword, then again you can replace, let's say, scorching desert with ecosystem. That is how you add more important keywords and you make your response to make sure you get a full score in these questions. This is where grammar can help you. So please be careful in this. Since you are replacing keywords, make sure that you are not replacing verbs and also that you are using singular and plural words carefully. If you remove a singular keyword, replace it with another singular. And you do the same with the plurals. See how I change ecosystems to singular to match what I replaced because desert is singular. These are the tiny grammar things that you have to be careful about. If you can do that, then no one can stop you from getting a full score in Summarize Written Text task. Use any of these techniques with confidence, whichever seems easier to you, and then use the comment box if you have any more questions. Mind it that all of them work, but make a proper judgment, knowing your own grammar skills, how good you are. Before we wind up, I want to recommend you to watch the video on PT essays, where I have again shared the latest templates and the tips in 2024 after the PT software was updated. A must watch to get your perfect score in essays. Soon, I'll be back with another informative video on PT. Till then, keep watching Edutrainex, as that is the way you crack the PT exam. See ya.